Says I'm live. Just like Frankenstein, I am live. Okay. Got my chat open. We are ready. It's the weekend, nerds. This is your Friday edition of the Daily Nerd Brief. I'm going to tell you all the nerdy news that is fit to know. I am Troy Stegner from Talk Nerdy to Me. Let's start with a movie adaptation. A very popular video game, Galaga, is being turned into a animated series. Yeah, believe it or not, the Galaga Chronicles hasn't been bought by a studio yet, so we don't know where it's going to premiere. But they are going ahead and making this Galaga. One of the games that doesn't really have a backstory in it. It's just like the follow-on to Galaxian. You're just defending the Earth against these crazy bug-looking aliens. Really popular game. Maybe it's going to be a really popular series. We'll see. But Galaga Chronicles is in development. No word on where it's going to premiere yet. Keep your ears open. They'll probably have some casting calls. And we'll get to see Galaga animated series. Who knows? Okay, they are going to make another Elephant Man two-part series. I believe it's 2 90-minute segments. Filming it over in Wales. They have cast Charlie Heaton to be the title character of Elephant Man. You might remember Charlie Heaton from Stranger Things. He was Will Byers' brother, Jonathan. He will be playing Joseph Merrick, the Elephant Man. It's going to follow his short life. I believe Elephant Man died in his late 20s. It's going to, all the way from his coming up with the abusive father and what have you, up till he became a sideshow attraction, and then his later years where he was pretty much in the hospital all the time. So look for another Elephant Man series coming out of BBC over in Wales. Hugh Laurie, that you know from the TV series House, the quirky doctor series. Hugh Laurie, he's been busy lately, but the most recent thing is he got cast in HBO's new space comedy, which seems to be what everybody's trying to do. They want a space comedy kind of like The Orville. Well, his is going to be called Avenue 5, which Avenue 5 is the name of the ship he's captaining. Yeah, we don't know. It's a weird name for a ship. So he will be the American captain of this ship, Avenue 5, and it's just going to be all their hijinks going on in space. Hugh Laurie does real good with comedy. I expect this to, if the writing's good, it should be good. It's going to be coming out on HBO, and HBO has a good track record for series also. So we will be looking for 2019, late 2019, early 2020, a space comedy named Avenue 5 from Hugh Laurie. Sorry about that, guys. My phone's freaking out. Okay, we are moving on to statues. This one, Lord of the Rings fans, actually The Hobbit, because it is not Frodo, it's Bilbo Baggins. A 6-scale figure by Asmus Collectible Toys. It is on pre-order. Total will be $170. You can make payments on their payment plan. Expected to arrive December 2018 through February next year. This is like all the stuff that Sideshow works with, it's very detailed. It's got 10 different sets of hands you can change out. It's got all the clothes are actual cloth clothes. Approximately 20 centimeters tall. I don't do metrics, so it looks like it's going to be right around 8 inches tall if I did my conversion correctly. Detailed all the way down to it's got the big hairy feet like all hobbits have. One of the things I found interesting is under weapons, it not only lists Sting, his sword, his orc sword, or it's like the goblin sword, and whenever one of those is around, it lights up. It also lists the ring as a weapon. So yeah, it's going to come with Sting and his Precious. Lots of accessories on this thing. I mean, backpack, pipes. It's got the contract that he signed with the group, the map, Thorin's map, the Red Book of Westmarch. Man, it even comes with a stand. I guess he doesn't stand on his own. It's got one of those little action figure stands that kind of, if I remember correctly, they go around the waist and hold them up. Really good piece here. Would go really good with your Thorin Oakenshield and your Gimli if you pick those up. And I believe they have a Boromir also. One does not simply buy a Hobbit figure. You got to buy the whole set. Okay, Batman by Sideshow. This is actually by Sideshow Collectibles, not one of their third-party deals that they're selling for other people. It's going to be selling for $800, limited to 600 pieces. Yes, there's a payment plan. It is on pre-order, expected to arrive first quarter of 2020. This is the Batman from the New 52 Justice League. It's a really nice piece. Has him leaping in front of a gargoyle in front of a window, like an old busted up church or something. But he's got his grappling gun in one hand, and in the other hand, if you buy the exclusive, you can change that other left hand out into one that's holding a big kryptonite rock. Otherwise, it's just his hand. The exclusive also, if you get the exclusive edition, also has a different face. You got the one face with him grimacing and the teeth showing. The other one's just his normal expression, no smile, just a normal expression. Yeah, this thing is pretty big. It is 28 inches tall. And it's if you like the New 52 version of Batman, you'll like this one. I kind of like it. It's not my favorite Batman statue, but I don't hate it. So if you want that, it's on pre-order now. The last statue we're going to talk about today, Ultimate Warrior. Wrestling fans, PCS Collectibles is doing their very first WWE statue. It's going to be a 1/4 scale Ultimate Warrior. The preview picture they have on here, it looks pretty good. I mean, if you ever watched wrestling, Ultimate Warrior was a pretty popular dude, and they captured him really well. It's going to go on pre-order on August 30th. That's next week. So a little less than a week, you'll be able to put this bad boy on pre-order. I don't see any price or when they expect it to be available. But if you're a big wrestling fan, this is going to be a 1/4 scale statue. That dude's going to be about 2 feet or more. It'll look really good on your. You can put it right there in front of the TV for your pay-per-view when all your friends come over and they can see that. ABC is developing, and like I said, there's no new ideas in Hollywood. All they're doing is rebooting and making live action shows for everything. This is that same vein. It's a reboot. It's got a little twist to it. They're going to do an interracial reboot of Bewitched. Yeah. Blackish creator Kenya Barris is working on this with writer Yamara Taylor, who also worked with him on Blackish. It's going to be a single mom, a single black mom who just happens to be a witch. And she hooks up with Darren, this white dude he's just a normal white dude, no magic. He's a bit of a slacker. Go figure. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of racial tension between that. I don't know how two people like that would hook up to start with. But yeah, they do. That I don't see a date for that. It will be on ABC. They tried to reboot. I wouldn't say, yeah, they did try to reboot for a TV series on Bewitched after the movie with Nicole Kidman and Will Ferrell back in early 2000s. Never took off. Now they're making a little twist on it, I guess, to modernize it, and it will be coming out on ABC. Set your DVR. If you always wanted to try the game Overwatch, but you just didn't want to fork out the cash to play that game, you're in luck. Blizzard is doing a free weekend for Overwatch. It's going to run today through August 27th. So you can download it on any platform they have it on, play it, get all, I mean, I'm pretty sure most everything is open. You can get loot boxes and everything. And you will keep, it's a Battle.net account. So you'll be able to keep any of the stuff you get during this free weekend if you decide to go ahead and pay for it. So that's them dangling that carrot there for you to play Overwatch, which is one of the more popular games out right now. So if you want to try it for free, hey, just play it for the weekend, see if you like it. Even if you do like it and don't have the cash, you don't have to pay. You can just leave it there. It's not going anywhere. Trust me, I've reactivated my Warcraft account several times over the past 5-6 years, and everything's still been there every time I go back. Another popular game, Fortnite. PUBG, Player Underground or Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. One of the biggest complaints about that game is for new players, there's no training area. They just drop you right in the middle of the battle, and you got to learn on the fly. That turns off a lot of new players. They get tired of getting shot as soon as they touch the ground all the time. So they have created a training area for PUBG. You're going to be able to do everything. They're going to have, shooting ranges with standing and moving targets. You're going to do parachute practice. And here's something I didn't know. Obviously, you can drive vehicles in Fortnite. I've been missing out because I had no idea that you could drive vehicles. I've just been running everywhere like an idiot. So, like I said, I've never finished better than 16th on Fortnite, and that's just because I hid as best as I could until someone found me. So yeah, you can go into their new training area. I don't know when that's going to be active. I would guess in their next update, if it's not already. You can invite up to 20 people to go into the training area with you. So you're not alone in the training area getting bored. You can do whatever hijinks you want while you're training. Check it out. Like I said, I played it, and I had to learn on the fly, and obviously I didn't learn everything because I didn't know about driving. So I'll probably be checking out that training area when it goes active. Critical Role fans, if you don't know what Critical Role is, it's the Geek and Sundry D&D show where they basically tape a full D&D session with this group of voice actors. They all, each season they get their characters, they roll their characters up, and they go through a campaign. I believe Matt Mercer runs as a DM, but they go through, and if you want to watch 2 hours or so of somebody else playing Dungeons and Dragons, I didn't think I would like it, but it wasn't. I didn't hate it, but I don't know if I could watch a full season. A lot of good ideas you can pull from there for your D&D sessions. It's they are going to be expanding their party. Not new voice actors, so don't get excited. They're picking up in this newest quest they're doing. I guess they came across a exotic animal salesman, and they've all, well, not all, most of them have picked up some pets, some very exotic pets. I won't tell you what they are. You can find that out on your own. Go watch Critical Role. Let me know what you think. Did you like watching it? That's the new thing now, is watching other people play games. It's popular. If you want to watch Critical Role on Thursdays, 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Geek and Sundry's Twitch and Alpha. And then they post them on YouTube the following Monday. So, yeah, hey, you can just wait and catch them on YouTube and watch them at your convenience. Michael Wynn says, just the golf carts. They're pretty new. I believe you're talking about PUBG Fortnite. So, yeah, maybe that's why I didn't see it. I haven't played it in a while. I never got to drive any vehicles. I just destroyed them for resources. So I'm going to have to log in there and see if I can just drive a golf cart around and avoid people. I did not know Apple TV was still a thing. It obviously is, because they just ordered Isaac Asimov's Foundation to be a series for them on Apple TV. Supposedly they are developing a lot of stuff for their streaming service. I I can't tell you. I don't think I've ever watched anything on Apple TV. Last I knew, I thought it was just like a box, like a Roku type deal to get stuff from your computer over to your TV. Obviously, they have their own streaming service now. And one of the things they're working on is Foundation. If you ever read Foundation, it was like a series of stories. I don't believe it's probably been collected in a compendium now, but originally I believe it was like a monthly or weekly deal in the science fiction magazines. They would do short stories following this company, the Foundation. I don't know how you would watch Apple TV. If it's streaming, I don't know if it's a subscription service or if it's just something you can get for free. I don't know. You guys tell me about Apple TV. This one that caught me by surprise. I have no clue what Apple TV is anymore. I know what it used to be. I don't know what it is now, but they are getting Foundation. So if you're an Isaac Asimov fan, you might want to find out. Marvel Comics, Disney owns Marvel now. So they have been doing a lot more of the Star Wars comics since they pulled them back from Dark Horse. They are doing one of the few Star Wars comics that are really worth reading right now, besides Dr. Aphra, is the Darth Vader title. Darth Vader has a castle. Yeah. Don't know why he needs a castle, but you would be surprised at where he built it. It wasn't on Tatooine, where he's from, or Naboo, where he met Padme. It is on Mustafar, which is the world where he got sliced and diced by Obi-Wan and burned up by lava. He built his castle there, but he built it on top of a Sith cave. So he's probably tapping some kind of Sith energy there. He asked, he's tasked by the Emperor to go around and kill all the remaining Jedi, and he's been doing that pretty well. He comes back to report to the Emperor, after he killed Ethkoth and a couple of rogue Inquisitors, and the Emperor wants to send him to go take care of Bail Organa over on Alderaan because he's caused him problems. And Vader's like, no, first I want you to give me a world. And the world he's asking for is Mustafar. And obviously he's got a castle there, so the Emperor must have given it to him. Kind of weird, but yeah, Darth Vader, you get to see a little bit more into Anakin's life building up to the movies. Okay, Colonel Sanders, the KFC mascot, the dude. Well, actually, he's the dude who started KFC, who kind of became the face of the company. They have gone through a series of creepy looking. I mean, almost as creepy as the Burger King dude. The past colonels have been really creepy. Now they've gone more of a comedic route. The guy now, he's called the Double Colonel, big dude. You've seen him on Game of Thrones. Hafþór Björnsson is the newest Colonel Sanders, promoting their bigger double sandwich. So now he's the Double Colonel. And they gave him a little backstory too, where he moved from Kentucky to Iceland and won the world sandwich pull contest. It's kind of campy, but at least it's not creepy like the previous Colonel Sanders were. I have nightmares about those dudes. If they ever did a crossover commercial of Colonel Sanders and Burger King, I'm sure my head would explode and I'd probably pee myself out of fear. Okay, some sadder news. Ben Affleck, most recently, he's your most recent Batman. He has checked himself into rehab for alcohol addiction again. Say what you want about Ben Affleck. I think he's a great actor, a great director, producer. Now, I don't know if this had any bearing on the fact that he kind of pulled away from being the director for the new Batman movie, because it was kind of hush hush. Why? Maybe that has something to do with it. But at least he realized he's got a problem. I think he just got out of rehab earlier this year, and now he's back. Man, great actor. He's one of my top 2 or 3 favorite Batmans. You guys can roast me in the comments if you want. but I put him up there. I think he did a great job. If you want to see a really good Ben Affleck movie, this is kind of flying under the radar, check out The Accountant. It's him and Sean Bernthal are just amazing in that movie, and they're making a sequel to The Accountant, if I remember correct. So we all wish Ben Affleck luck in getting in and out of rehab quickly and getting over his addiction. I know that's got to be tough, especially when you're around it a lot, even when you get out. So good luck, Ben Affleck. Image Comics, they don't do a lot of superhero type comics. They do more story-based things, and this new one they're coming out with, Burnouts, is same deal. There's no superheroes. The Earth is being invaded by aliens, but nobody can see them unless you're high. So all the dope guys and the weed heads are able to see these aliens, and then trying to fight them off while you're high so that you can see them should be interesting. It's kind of they're classifying it as They Live. John Carpenter's They Live movie meets Freaks and Geeks. I like both those movies, and I like this concept. We'll see how good it is on September 19th when it comes out on the shelf at your local comic book store. Top Gun, yeah, I told you, remakes, reboots, sequels. Hollywood has no new ideas. Top Gun is, I told you a week or so back that they are making a Top Gun Maverick, which will be a continuation sequel type to the first Top Gun. They have added some more big names to the cast. I mean, not really big names. You're going to see John Hamm from Mad Men, and he's actually been doing quite a bit of movies and TV shows lately too, but he's known for Mad Men. And Ed Harris, who just finished up his run as the Man in Black in Westworld. Those guys are joining Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer, and Miles Teller in this Top Gun. I guess you'll call it a sequel. It's not going to focus on fighter pilots. I mean, that's so 80s. Now we're going to do drones. So these guys are drone pilots and trainers, I guess. We're going to have Jerry Bruckheimer is producing this, so it should be pretty good. Oh, also Jennifer Connelly and Glenn Powell will be in this. So it's pretty star-studded. Comes out July 12th of 2019. Let's see if they can recapture that Top Gun excitement from the first one. If you've been reading Batman Detective Comics, you've kind of seen the writing on the wall. He's putting together another Outsiders team. Well, it's official now. They are making another Outsiders. It's going to kind of be Batman's little side piece group where he can do what he wants, which he does anyway. The interesting thing, the lineup is going to be Batman, the Signal, which is a Batman protege, Katana, Black Lightning, and Orphan. Black Lightning, if you've read the comics, he's probably going to be the moral compass of this group. He's what's going to keep them in check from going completely off the rails bad. So I'm sure him and Batman will butt heads here and there because Batman just does what needs to be done to get the job done, doesn't care. And there's no date for this one, but Batman and the Outsiders is coming. It's coming soon out of DC Comics Detective Comics title. That's an interesting group lineup there. See how they work together. I kind of like Black Lightning. I kind of lost interest in the TV show, but I like him as a character. This article kind of scares me. Walmart is entering the digital comics market. Oh God, please, no. Walmart is going to, they have partnered up with Rakuten Kobo, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, who is big into digital books and ebooks. They are going to start selling their ebook readers and gift cards for their ebook stuff in stores. Right now, Kobo's got 6 million titles, which is, man, that's a lot, which includes a lot of graphic novels from the big publishers, Marvel, Image, Dark Horse, etc. They're going to start pulling in those e-readers at their brick and mortar locations later this week. They're going to start promoting it at 3,500 retail locations. Right now, the app is available on iOS and Android. I'm not happy about Walmart with comics. I think they might just kill the whole thing for me. But then again, Walmart did try to get into music service too, and that bombed. So maybe the same thing will happen here, where they can't strong arm people for the best deals in the world. Maybe they won't be a big factor in the comics market. Plus, a lot of people, some people read digital. Don't get me wrong, digital has got its place, but true collectors want to have that actual book in their hand. If you have a digital copy, how do you show that off? You can't put it on your shelf. Well, you put your iPad on your shelf. Say, hey, yeah, that's my omnibus collection. There's 100 books there. Plus, if anything ever happens to that platform, the books are gone. Or if the format changes, you could lose them. And I'd rather have the physical book, and I think most people agree. Digital has its place for quick reading or things like that. But as a collector, I don't think anything will ever replace physical copies. Our last article of the day, and this might be sad for some of you, might be happy for others. Big Bang Theory is going in its last season. It will end in 2019. I believe it had 12 seasons. The first few were really good. It started to get about the time that they had Raj being able to speak to women. I kind of lost interest. I like that dynamic, and they've changed it. The characters, they've changed the characters quite a bit over time. But hey, people change, so I can get with that. They can't stay the same forever, and in real life, that doesn't happen either. So CBS will be ending The Big Bang Theory in May 2019, mostly because Jim Parsons wants to kind of move on. He's done some movies here and there. He was big into theater before this. I don't know how that's going to affect the Sheldon series with the kid, because Parsons does a lot of work on that. He narrates all the stuff on there. So maybe he'll keep doing that. It's probably got to be less intense than having to be acting in The Big Bang Theory and doing that. Yeah, the final season is going to begin September 24th, which is a Monday, but then it goes right back to its Thursday time slot on the 27th. The final season, they'll probably wrap up a lot of loose ends. I'm hoping they go out on a good note. Don't leave anything hanging because they know about this. I don't know. I'm not sure how they're going to end it. Anyway, yeah, maybe they prove string theory. Last season of Big Bang Theory, 2019. A lot of people sad, a lot of people happy, a lot of people don't care. That is the last story article that I have for you today. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video, leave a comment on this video. Tell me what you think about the articles. Tell me where I was full of crap and didn't know what I was talking about. And I don't care, because that happens a lot. You can also, if you don't like video, you can catch us on a podcast. You can get me all up in your ear hole on talknerdypodcast.com, or you can go over to iTunes with the iOS device and subscribe to us there and leave us a good rating. See you guys tomorrow. Later, nerds.